everybody, happy Tuesday. My name is Kitty and this is the Successful Showgirl. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about finding your ideal client. So I know that word, or those words, freak people out a little bit and people panic and think that sounds very businessy, and it is, but basically all it means is, who do you want to work for? Who is the kind of person that you want to be doing jobs for, or what kind of jobs do you want to be doing? So within this group there's lots of different categories of performers, there's different levels of performers, we're all going to be doing different things, and when we're thinking of our ideal clients, we're really all going to have very different people that we want to work for and very different shows and gigs that we would prefer to be doing. So before you even start thinking about who your ideal client is, you've really got to think about the kind of shows that you want to be performing in. Is it something that you want to be doing where you want to be doing nightclubs, or is it something you want to be working on cruise ships? Do you want to be working corporate events? Do you want to be working festivals? What do you want to be doing? And loads of people say, well, I want to do everything. And you can do everything. But my advice would very much be that you need to categorise each group of people into different ideal clients, because what you send to one person, for example, for a corporate job, is going to be very different to the kind of photos and things you would send off for a festival job. So if you're just blanket emailing people and sending everybody the same kind of pictures and the same kind of response in an email, then you're going to have limited success, because you really need to tailor your applications to the kind of people that you're talking to. Hi, Bryony. So what I guess I'm really talking about is, do you know what kind of jobs you want to be doing? Okay, what is your ideal? I think that is the best question to ask yourself. We all want to get as much work as we can get and do as many diverse things as we possibly can, but if I said to you, what would your dream job be if you could only do one gig or sort of gig for the rest of your life? What would you choose? For me, I would choose corporate gigs, because I love them. You just go, you turn up, you do your job, you get well paid, they're glamorous events, you get to wear beautiful costumes, they're my favourite. But that's not going to be the same for everybody in here. So I know when I'm applying for jobs, what kind of jobs are the corporate ones and what kind of jobs aren't, and I'm gonna focus all my energy really onto those kind of jobs that I want to get. I'm not going to be applying for jobs in bars and things like that, because I don't enjoy them, especially when I do aerial or prop work and stuff like that, because people always get drunk and try and get on my stuff, as I would if it was me and I'd had a few shandies and I seen a giant martini glass. I would do the same, but I just spend the whole night nervous and I don't enjoy it. So I would just rather do the gigs where I go in, I do my job, I pack up and I leave. They're my favourites. So I want you to really think about what you want to be doing, and that once you've got that idea in your head of those kind of jobs you want to be doing, then you want to start thinking, right, well, where can I find them? Who is running those kind of shows, or who books the people for those kind of gigs? For nightclub gigs, it's often going to be agencies that are looking for people. If it's burlesque shows, it's going to be producers that are looking for people. If it's corporate events, it could be a mixture of the two. So you want to start thinking about who you're looking for, and then specifically find out who the actual person behind that is. If you don't know who you're talking to and you've never connected with them before you ever send them any form of email or application for a job or anything, then that person doesn't really know who you are. And just like any of us, if I was going to book somebody to work with me, whether that be as a performer or whether that be having some work done on my house or whatever, I want to know that person before, or think that I know them. So you can build a like, know and trust factor very, very easily using your social media. And that's what businesses do. If you run, let's say, a construction business, you get reviews on your business from customers and you put them on your website, you put them on your Facebook page. There's a buzz about your company, so people go to that company. That is basically building a like, know and trust factor with your clients before you've even met them. And then when I decide I need some work doing on my house, I'm going to go to that person that I see all the time on my Facebook or on my Instagram that gets great reviews from people because I know that they're trustworthy. And that's really what we should be doing with our social media. That's why I'm very big on creating a social media presence, even if you're not yet performing. So if you're not performing at the minute, you've never performed, I would say you still need to be building some kind of like social media links with the people that you eventually want to work with. Is that a question, Bryony? Corporate? Do you mean, what does corporate mean? Corporate really is like the posh gigs, like the really well paid ones. The ones that you get in like massive venues, or that are for businesses. They're basically private, they're not public ticketed ones. They're normally a big businesses booked you to go and perform at something for them. That's what that means. So they're the ones that I like, just because they usually treat you really well as well. So my experience of corporate gigs is people really have respect for you and they just pay you. No, they're not the ones that I want. Okay, let me know the ones that you want. I'm talking about all different ones today, so I'm not just talking about the ones I want. I'm asking the question, what are the ones that you want? So have a really good think about what you want to be doing, but also start building that social media presence. And we did a whole week, not last week, but the week before, on how to do that in a really effective way. So if you didn't join that content creation challenge, I will do it again, maybe in a few weeks' time, because that is how you build relationships with people you are going to work with in the future. People don't just book people that they don't know just because you've sent them a few pictures and videos. Like, you have to build up a trust factor with people. Anybody can send you anything as a person. For example, when we're on, when you're scrolling on Instagram or whatever, and like adverts for things pop up, how many times do you see the same advert before you choose to buy from that person? It is a lot of times you have to see it before you trust that isn't like a scam or whatever. And it's the same thing. People are always going to use the people that they already know, or people who they've developed a relationship, whether that be in person or whether that be the kind of relationship where they've been seeing that person very regularly on social media and they know that they can trust them. So that was all I was going to say for today. Marketing yourself really starts with understanding those fundamental things of what kind of jobs do you want to be doing, ideal jobs, focusing your time and effort into those ones and not just applying for anything, because when we start doing that, we start blanket emailing people, and when someone blanket emails me for a job, I know straight away. So for example, I put a casting out not that long ago, and I'd put it out on my Facebook. That was the only place it was, so people knew it had come from me, and I still received probably about 5 or 6 emails from people that I know or have worked with, who emailed saying, "Dear Paparazzi Entertainment, here's all my stuff," rather than just saying, "Dear Kitty, really want to apply for that job that you've put up, here's all my stuff." There was like no personal touch to it whatsoever, even though they knew that it was me. And that puts me off. That makes me think, oh, like, they're not really that bothered, like, that they're working with me. All they're bothered about is that they're gonna get the job. And I guarantee you that's going to put other agents off. I work with like so many agents who have said the same thing. Personalising what you're sending, or at least tailoring it to the actual job that you're applying for, is so important in getting a successful response. Even if you don't get that job, you're going to be on their radar. But if you're doing things like blanket emailing, they're not going to remember who you are. So that's all I'm going to say for today. Tomorrow we'll do a little snippet on, we'll do applying for jobs. And then I said the next day we'd do some mindset, and then the last day we would do talking about all the bookkeeping side of things. So enjoy your Tuesday, have a really good think about your ideal client, get the idea in your head so you know where you need to be applying and what you need to be looking for, and I will see you all tomorrow.